All right, time to talk about improvisation. My favorite, your favorite, everybody's favorite. So you've got octave shapes, you've got chords, you've got scales. What do you do with them? How do you make music with them? What's the point? Where do we start? Because you know that playing up and down scales just does not sound like music. We've all heard players that play like that. But then we've all heard players that we really, really like, that really say something. What are they doing? How do you get to that point? How do you get that voice? Well, the first thing you have to understand is that you have to be playing in context. The scale does not mean anything unless you're playing about the context. So if you're in an A minor context, you have to be playing about A minor. You're telling a story about the root of that chord. So when you're playing this chord, the story is about this guy, and this guy in pattern 4. So what do? Try to think like a voice. Start and stop your sentences, your phrases on your root. Now, obviously, you're not going to go your whole life playing like this, but this is how you start. This is how you learn. You want to really say something about the chord that you're playing over. That is your job as an improviser. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to hit my A minor backing track here. All right. So here's my root. So you can tell right away when I hit that, right? That's completely consonant. Whatever I play is going to be about that. So I'm going to hit it, come back to it, kind of tease around to it. If I want to go lower, I go lower to achieve a lower root. If I go higher to achieve a higher root. I listen in my head, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? It's all in relation to that root. So it can be nice and simple. It's about that root, right? You can create tension, resolve tension. Now notice when I went to that middle root, right? I wanted to go lower. I just decided. I said, okay, and we're going to go lower. So then I went lower to get to that root. So I kind of used my ear and felt my way around. I got to my root, right? Went to that lower root. So when you go up and down the neck, same thing. You're connecting patterns. The same way we connected our octave shapes. Then we connected our chord shapes. Now we're connecting our scale shapes. But we're improvising in those shapes, trying to view our whole neck as that one shape. And it's subdivided by those roots. And so you're going from one section of the neck to the other, focusing on the roots, telling a story about those roots. So I want to see you connect up and down the neck in A minor, and start with this. Start with pattern 3 to pattern 4 to pattern 5, and try to connect this section of the neck. And then add 2, add 1, and then you'll have all 5. And then it just repeats up here. See how I'm going back and forth just to the roots? That's what you want to do. All right, so now let's talk about major. All right, so I got my loop going. You can hit your jam track for C major. I'm going to say in the same area of the neck. We were playing pattern 4, A minor. Now we're going to play pattern 3, C major. And you're going to notice that play the same pattern, but sounds major. So I'm going to make something up, right? I'm going to improvise. What am I going to do? I'm going to focus not on my A's. Didn't sound right, did it? My C's. That's consonant, right? That's your focus. I'm going to play about and at those roots. I'm going to make sentences that start and end on those roots. I'm going to create and resolve tension as it relates to C's. So again, I'm going to connect a few patterns here to work out this spot of the neck, right? So it's going to be pattern 2, 3, and 4 in C to think about this whole section of the neck in C. If I want to go higher, it's to reach a higher C. If I want to go lower, it's to reach a higher or a lower C. When I get there, I'm going to say something about that C for as long as I want, and then I'm going to go to another C to say something about that. But you're seeing the whole neck in C. The biggest question at this point is, well, I don't know any of those licks. Where do I get those licks? Well, that's for you to find out. That's the whole idea of this site. I'm giving you the tools to figure out how to say what you want to say. But where do you get the vocabulary from? Listen to what you like, players you really like. Figure out what they're doing. You know, if they're playing in C major, what lick are they playing in C major? And you're going to find out probably that, you know, when they resolve that tension, when they really get to that point that really drives it home, it's because they went back to the root. And everything that they're doing is about the root of the context they're playing over. So really, you know, look at some tabs. You know, when you take private lessons and you play with other people, figure out the solos to the songs of the players that you really, really like, and then dissect it. Say, okay, they're in pattern 2 for this. Then they go into pattern 3. When they go up to this pattern, what root are they trying to achieve? What are they trying to get to? And when they get to that root, are they just teasing around the root? Are they creating tension? Are they resolving tension? What are they doing about the root? What is the story they're telling about the root? So I want to see you post a video in one major key and one minor key when you're working this whole neck, you know, all 5 patterns, and just having fun, just enjoying yourself. I want to see you playing about the root. I'm really excited to see what you come up with. Good luck.